Welcome to Mal Movies Plus. Let's do a quick recap on the movie titled John Wick Chapter 4. This movie picks up where Chapter 3 ended, with John trying to get redemption and also fighting to save his life from the numerous assassins sent by the Marquis Vincent de Gramont. This is an action-packed thriller. John Wick Chapter 4 is centered around John's quest to be free of the obligations of the High Table. Chapter 4 makes up for most of the actions we did not see in Chapter 3. This chapter really lived up to expectation. The Marquis Vincent de Gramont, disappointed in Winston for not being able to assassinate John Wick, strips him of his duties as manager and hires new assassins. John Wick 4 starring Keanu Reeves as John Wick, Bill Skarsgård as the Marquis, Ian McShane as Winston, Clancy Brown as Habanna, Don Young as Kane, Lawrence Fishburne as Bowie King, and Lars Reddick as Sharon. In his quest for freedom, John meets up with Winston, who is still hurt by the actions of the Marquis to strip him of his managerial duties. Winston decides to help John and tells him to invoke an old tradition to challenge the Marquis to a duel. And if he won, he will be free of all the obligations of the High Table. John meets up with the Bowie King to get a pistol and a new ballistic suit. Having been equipped, he tries to make his way to the venue of the duel. The Marquis Vincent de Gramont sets up assassins at every stop to prevent John from getting to the venue of the duel, knowing that if John failed to appear on time, he would be assassinated. This gave way to one of the most intense fight scenes you would ever see in a movie. It was very intense. Cars colliding, people falling off vehicles, people falling off buildings, people falling down the stairs. It was really intense and thrilling seeing John Wick fight his way through all the assassins set up by the Marquis, who did not want John Wick to get to the venue of the duel alive. John Wick fought his way through and eventually got to the venue of the duel, thanks to the ballistic suit which was given to him by the Bowie King. And of course, the dog which he once saved its life. He gets there just on time before the duel starts. Winston stands in as John's second, while the Marquis nominates Kane in his place. The Harbinger presents them with their guns. They stand ready for the duel, and the Harbinger instructed them to take 30 paces forward on the opposite direction. The Marquis comes forward and hands Kane his bullets, reminding him of his daughter. Kane tells him off. On the other end, Winston comes over to John, hands him his bullet. John loads his gun and asks Winston, "Your final words?" And Winston says to him, "Just have fun out." Then Abner ordered, "Fire." They shot immediately. Kane was wounded, so also was John. He ordered again, 20 paces. Now both men walked forward, facing each other. Again, the Abner ordered, "Fire." Both men were again wounded by the gunshots. Once again, they were ordered to take 10 paces forward, facing each other. Again, the Havner ordered fire. This time, John fell from the gunshot wound he sustained. The Marquis, having seen that John was down, decided to take the gun from Cain and claim the coup de grace as Cain's sponsor. As Winston tried to warn him that John did not shoot, John got up and shot and killed the Marquis, saying the word consequences. Having killed him, the Havner freed John of all his obligations to the high table. Also, Cain and his daughter were free to go. John asked Winston to take him home. Winston obliged. John, who seemed visibly wounded, tries going down the stairs, remembering his wife, Helen, falls down on the stairs and dies. At least that's what we believe happened. But did John really die? Winston and the Bury King are seen at the graveside with John's tomb next to that of his wife. He says to Winston, "I never thought I would see this day." And he asks Winston, "Where do you think he is, heaven or hell?" Winston replies, "Who knows?" Winston bids John farewell.